Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So glad you stopped by. We are doing a unique video today. We're going to be talking about diet versus lifestyle. And at the end here, you guys, stay tuned at the end. We're going to be doing a quick update on the house repairs. You guys know we're doing a remodel on our 1897 Victorian home. And I'm going to be giving you guys a really small update on just some things we're working on and things we're excited to be working on, projects over the next couple of weeks. Got a lot of great stuff going on. So anyway, stay tuned to the end of that. It's just a really quick update, not even a minute or two. Otherwise, you guys stay tuned for diet or lifestyle. We're going to talk about it. Hey, you guys, welcome back. I know it's been a minute. I've been gone for about a week. If you're brand new here, I am loving life freely here on YouTube. Normally, my channel's been about reselling, but as you know, per my last video, if you haven't watched it yet, please feel free to go back and watch that. But today's video, these future videos are about just daily life, the Bible, my Christian living, healthy living, the remodeling of our house, just a lot of great content that I'm bringing to you guys. And today's a video that I want to put out to you guys that I think is a really, really important one about diet. Okay, you guys, again, if you're brand new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so excited you've joined us for this video. This is one of those videos, you guys, where I think I've hesitated putting it out there because I know for me, I've had to grow and change a lot in my thinking about this, okay? And even just in the last week or so, with eating, it's easy to get caught up in eating the way everybody else eats. Let me kind of get a base going here because I do have some points I want to talk about. I don't want it to be like just frivolously talking. I want us to really get some good meat, so to speak, out of this video. If you are returning here, I'm so glad you've joined us today. Some of you, as you may know, if you've been following me for a while, I am a full-time reseller and I still do that. But I also decided to bring onto this channel, instead of having a separate channel, about daily healthy living in a context of mental, spiritual, where I am with my life in Christ, Bible, what he means to me, family, eating healthy, getting rid of toxins, all of that that's incorporated. And we're bringing it here to this channel with you guys to share with you. One of the reasons why I decided to bring it over here instead of leaving it on the other channel that I was starting was because when I started my other channel, some people actually mentioned to me on this channel that they would like to hear this content also. So they did subscribe over here, but I thought, you know what? Instead of having two separate channels, I'm not really doing a lot of reseller content anymore. So I'm bringing it over here, sharing with you guys so you don't have to jump over to the second channel. It's just all right here, encapsulated in one, having a great time together. So my focus isn't so much going to be on reselling. It's going to be about the daily healthy living. And the reason why I say daily healthy living is because I feel no matter who you are, male or female, what your age is, daily healthy living is a big aspect for our lives. And it's something we don't really think about or ponder as much as we should. And daily healthy living to me means living healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, relationship-wise, in your career, being a mom, being a homesteader, being a husband, a wife, a child, whatever type of hat you wear in life, so to speak, living healthy on a daily basis in every aspect of our life, I think is so crucial. And I think we're seriously missing it in the world right now. So many people are unhealthy, not just in one aspect of that in their lives, but in so many aspects in their lives. And I think a lot of how we focus on God, how we focus on our relationships, how we eat, often reflects on how we project our attitude, our hormones for as women, for men, how they respond to things. So much of this is all incorporated and bounces off each other, right? Okay, so what I want to focus on today, you guys, is diet or no diet. And this is one of those things, I have never really dieted, but I've learned to try and change how I eat. And one thing I've learned over the last few years is it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. And I've been watching some videos. I'm doing a lot of research, you guys. I'm learning a lot of things because I enjoy learning how God so intrinsically made our bodies. Our bodies are amazing, you guys. Whether you're male or female, your body is an absolute walking miracle the way God made our bodies, okay? And I would like us to remember that, like the video that I was watching this morning, he talked about, no person's body is the same. Because of that, I don't believe that one way of eating or the other works the same exactly for every person. And because of that, I don't believe that every way of living makes each person's body the same. So when people get on a YouTube channel, okay, and say, hey, you should try this way of eating, or you should try this way of eating, or go on this diet, go on that diet, and the people in the comments say, well, I think you should do it this way because this worked really well for me. It may have worked really well for that person, but each person's hormones, their chemistry, how their body is managing because of the bad food or good food that they put into their bodies really affects how their body reacts to a certain way of eating, okay? And I partially know this because of the videos I've been watching. I've been learning a lot, but I personally don't think we should diet. I think that is a bad fad that came out years ago, decades ago, honestly, because dieting came out when I was a little kid. I don't know how long it was out even before I was a kid. Dieting is such a bad way to go, you guys. You don't just try this diet, eat this way, and then jump off the diet and, you know, have bad habits after the diet, which is typically what people do. In fact, most people, when they go on a diet, they don't even stick to it long enough for the diet to really work properly. I truly believe you should figure out what works for you in healthy eating. Now, I know that there's a lot of different healthy eating out there. There's people who are carnivore. There's people who are vegan. There's people who are keto. There's people who are fasting. There's so many different ways, even in the last years, that eating and lifestyle has changed also. And I'm not going to say one way or the other which way you should go. I will tell you and share with you what my husband and I do. And I will share with you the reasons why I feel you can disagree with me 100%. You can even tell me in the comments you disagree with me. I'm okay with that. I don't agree with carnivore. Actually, let me rephrase that. I think carnivore misses things, okay? I also think that vegan misses things. And the reason why I say this is because I truly feel and believe that God gave us meats, fruits, and vegetables for a reason. He didn't just give us meats. He didn't just give us fruits. He didn't just give us vegetables. He gave us all-encompassing meats, fruits, and vegetables. What we've messed up as human beings is improperly eating certain foods that we really shouldn't be eating, like sugars and all these carbs and processed foods that have made us so unhealthy. But even if you look at the Bible, the foods that God provides for us, the fruits and vegetables and meats, God did give us meat, guys. God did give us meat. So anyway, of course, you can disagree with me on that. And if you want to, that's totally fine. I truly believe that eating a portion of meats and having good vegetables and proper fruits, if it fits in with, like if you are trying to lose weight, there are certain fruits you do want to stay away from because they do have a high sugar ratio content. Like there's certain fruits that I'm not eating right now. So I do think that eating meats and vegetables, there are things in meats that vegetables don't have. There are things in vegetables that meats don't have. And there are things in fruits that neither one of those has. So I do feel that if you are already at the weight that you want to be at, having a good ratio of all of those meats, vegetables, and fruits in your diet on a daily basis. What I mean by diet is your eating habits, your meals, not like a diet, but your eating patterns on a daily basis, your breakfast, lunches, and dinners. I think having a good balance of those foods is very healthy for you. If you're like me, where you're trying to lose some of the weight that you've gained, I myself am sticking to meats and vegetables for a reason. For multiple reasons. I've been doing a lot of research on it, and I feel like for me right now, that's just a good way to go. Once I get to the baseline of what I want to be for my weight, then I will be adding in the proper fruits that work best for me and the fruits that work best for my husband. My husband eats a little bit different than I do. He can manage fruits better than me. And he loses weight super fast. I mean, he can lose 10, 15 pounds within a couple months, not doing nearly as hard of work as I would have to do. Unfortunately, women have to work hard to lose weight than men do, and I don't know why, but it is the way it is. But I don't feel that dieting is the right way to go. I feel that when you find a healthy lifestyle, again, for me, once I get down to the weight that I want to be at, then I will slowly incorporate certain fruits that I know that work for me, but I'm also still going to be mindful of how much I eat, portioning, and then also have a variety, so I'm not just eating just sugary fruits and not having other like berries and things like that, right? And then also adding the nuts in and things like that. So I think what is important is that you need to figure out for yourself what works for yourself. And even if you enjoy eating meats and vegetables, not everybody likes the same meats. I enjoy eating beef more than my husband does. He enjoys eating chicken more than I do. I enjoy balance of it. We do also enjoy bacon. We also enjoy sausage sometimes. And we don't eat a lot of, we don't eat pork chops so much anymore, but we do enjoy bacon. That's about the only thing in ham that we enjoy eating. We do have sliced hams that we do with our eggs sometimes. But we do a lot of eggs. We do a lot of meat. We do a lot of vegetables. I think for other people that aren't me and my husband, if you do really well eating mostly vegetables and having just a little bit of meat, I do think having meat is important because of the protein aspect of it. There is so much good protein in certain meats that you can't get in vegetables. And that's why I feel that eating just vegetables and fruits, yeah, there are benefits to those vegetables and fruits, but I do feel that there are a lot of nutrients and proteins and meats that you really miss out on when you don't eat meat. Now, you may disagree with me because you are vegan, and it's okay. You have a different perspective, and you have to do what works for you. I personally like eating meat. I think meat is very, very important for the body, and I think also vegetables are important for the body. And again, once I get to my body weight, I will be adding certain fruits in. I'm going to be doing a video about what I'm going to be doing over the next month. I'm actually doing a challenge for myself. That's going to be in my next video. Okay, so eating certain foods, you guys, not dieting, but figuring out what style of eating works for you. If you love eating paleo, great. If you love eating carnivore, great. If you love being vegan, then be vegan. If you love eating a mix of everything, that's great. If you like intermittent fasting, which I've done a lot of, that's great. For me, right now I'm eating 3 meals a day. But if I'm not hungry for dinner, I'm not going to eat dinner. That's the meal that I'm going to skip. I have done research about women skipping breakfast. My husband's trying to encourage me to eat breakfast again. I have been for the last few weeks eating breakfast again. Instead of skipping breakfast, I've been eating breakfast. And if I want to skip a meal, I'm skipping dinner. So I eat breakfast usually around 7 o'clock with my husband because we eat breakfast together before he goes to work. And we eat lunch together. And then we eat dinner together. And if we're both full at dinner time, we just don't eat dinner. We're both fine with waiting until breakfast. So that is our fasting part. If we're going to fast for that day, is not eating dinner. We're both totally fine with that. Okay, so fasting, intermittent fasting is what works for you really well. I definitely encourage that. I say for women, be mindful. Okay, sorry about that. I had to grab a little bit of water. So I think for women, I've been doing research on intermittent fasting as well. I still think intermittent fasting is good. But I think if you're hungry and you're eating healthy and you're fasting, if you're hungry, I definitely encourage you to eat. Don't eat junk, but eat good food, okay? So I think if you're intermittent fasting for women especially, I think you just need to be mindful of what you're eating, how much you're eating, and if you are hungry and you have a healthy meal that you can put together, but your body is just saying, I need food, I think you should eat. I think there's a reason why your body is saying, I need food, okay? So intermittent fasting is great. Okay, so let's jump on to the next thing, exercise, you guys. I do think that exercising is an important aspect of daily life routine, guys. I don't do heavy, hardcore exercising anymore. If I go for a 30-minute walk, I love my 30-minute walks. I haven't been doing it lately because it's been raining really bad here, off and on for the past few weeks. Plus, again, we just had family in town visiting, so I didn't go for my walks. But sometimes I go for a 30-minute walk. Sometimes I do squats. I did squats this morning. Sometimes I do an arm workout where I'm working my arm and my mid-back muscles, which has been great. So it really depends on what my morning looks like and how much time I have and what the weather looks like as whether or not I exercise. I do not feel that hardcore, like intense, an hour a day exercising like I used to is healthy for one thing. I think it pushes the body too hard. I do think, personally, losing weight is 95% in the kitchen. It's not your workout, because you can be working out an hour a day but eating bad food and you're not going to get anywhere. 95% of you losing weight is in what you're eating. This is one of the reasons why, even if you don't exercise, but you eat healthy meals, your vegetables, your meats, your fruits, you portion and you eat healthy foods and get your nutrients in. People who don't exercise do lose weight because of the way that they're eating. You will lose weight if you're not eating processed, packaged, sugars, cookies, cakes, and all that stuff. Okay? It happens. Your body is going to lose it because of the way you're eating. All right. The other thing that I want to talk about, you guys, is, and this is one thing I'm really working on. After my daughter being here, my daughter and I had some amazing conversations, which we always do, about health and nutrition. This is my middle daughter. Her and I love nutrition, love health. We love researching. We love sharing information. We had some really great conversations. She shared with me what's been working for her. I answered questions that she may have had. I had thoughts and questions. She answered some of my thoughts and questions. We just have such great conversations. Oh, sorry, Roxy. And one of the things that her and I were both discussing was habits. Our habits. And it's not just habits of what we're eating. It's our mind, you guys. It's thinking to ourselves and remembering each and every day, having something in front of you to remind you, especially if you have other people in the house that are not eating healthy like you're trying to. Habits of what's in front of you. Videos that you can watch that can encourage you. Maybe accountability with somebody. Like, I know I can reach out to my daughter, say, hey, can I reach out to be accountable to you for the next 30 days, letting you know what I'm eating and being accountable to you that this is what I'm eating each day, so I stick to no sugars, okay? Having accountability, and maybe have an accountability group on Facebook or Instagram or something like that. So if you have other people in the house that are eating foods that you don't want to be eating, having that accountability to help you keep your mindset right. If you have a video that you watch that is a support and encouragement to you, I definitely encourage you to watch that, even if it's a daily basis or morning at night. If you have a video that's like, gets you focused and you're like, I'm in it, I'm ready to do it, and I could do this tomorrow, I could do this today. If you have a video that gets you empowered, watch it, you guys. I don't care how many times you have to watch it, watch it. If you have to make a phone call to somebody and say, hey, you know what, I'm struggling right now. I really don't want to eat these things. I really want to be healthy. And telling yourself every single day, I can do this. Because we can. Guys, I've gone years without eating any soda. And I remember when I used to drink soda, I'm thinking, how could I possibly go without drinking soda? And now it's been years. And even if I drink a lemonade, the sugar content of lemonade now is so sweet to me. I can't drink pop anymore. I can't even get it past my mouth because it's so sweet. I just can't even drink it. I used to be able to do like a couple sips and then I wouldn't drink it anymore. But now I just can't even drink it. So when I go to a restaurant, guys, it's either iced tea, just regular iced tea, or I just drink water. I cannot drink pop anymore. So I know for me, if I am consistent long enough, I'll get to the point where I don't need cookies and cakes and ice creams. We don't really hardly ever eat ice cream. We did this last weekend because of my daughter's birthday, but my husband and I rarely ever eat ice cream. But we do switch. We do barge with like cookies. You know, I've been making oatmeal cookies. Sometimes we make cakes or we buy cakes. Just different sweets and treats from the stores and things like that. My goal is to not eat those right now. And again, that's going to be in the next video. But if you need accountability, guys, don't be afraid to do that. And remind yourself every day, you can do this. It's a decision. It's not I'm going to try. No. Stop saying you're going to try. It is a decision. I decided this last weekend after the conversations I've been having with my daughter and videos I've been watching. Today is the 1st of July. I am committed that I'm not going to eat sugar this month. Gonna stay away from carbs. I'm gonna stay away from sugar. I'm not gonna make any sourdough bread. My husband and I've already agreed we're really trying to get away from gluten. We both love sourdough bread. It's good and it's really yummy when I make it. But it's a lot of carbs, and even sourdough bread can upset my husband's stomach because it's gluten still. Even though it's better, better for you, it's still gluten, so it still makes him sick a little bit. And he also gets sick from eating the sugar. So I have made a commitment to myself that I can do this. So it's a lot of mental, guys. Gotta change our mental habits and our physical habits and figure out what to replace it with, right? So focusing on positive things, you guys. If you are surrounded by people who do eat sweets, do not hesitate to tell your family, hey, I'm going to make some changes and I need you to support me in this. Which means if they're buying certain things, maybe they should put it in a different part of the house or something. Maybe not eat it right in front of you. You need to figure that out for yourself. I know for me, if I tell my husband, hey, I need to get away from this, he's even been telling me I need to get away from this. And if I offer him something, he'll flat out say, I appreciate it, babe, but I need to stop eating this. So I know if I were to tell him, hey, I'm going without sugar for 30 days, I know he's probably going to say, you know what, let's do this together. Let's just focus on this. So focusing on the positive. If you do have people in your house, don't be afraid to tell them, hey, I need to work on this and I really need your support and your help in this. And maybe you guys can talk about it. Maybe they can help you with some of that. Maybe, again, if they choose to still eat certain things, maybe they cannot eat around you. Or, however, you guys have to figure that out for yourselves. But I really challenge you to just get rid of certain things. And if you eat a lot of different stuff that you shouldn't be eating, I challenge you, pick one thing. One thing. If you're wanting to cut coffee, I don't cut coffee. I think coffee's fine. But if there's something in your life that you're wanting to cut right now, maybe it's cookies, maybe it's cakes, maybe it's sugar, maybe it's soda. Don't worry about cutting a whole bunch of stuff out all at once. Okay? If you're like me, for me, soda, I focused on soda specifically. And now I don't ever drink it. Find that one thing that you want to work on cutting out for even just a week. And then 2 weeks, then 3 weeks, then a month. For me, I'm doing a month for a reason. Okay? But even if it's just start with a day and then a week and then 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but then before you know it, but it's not just purging your body of all the toxins from that food. You have to get over the cravings of it too. Okay? And I highly encourage you to find ways to do that. Watch videos. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. I've been watching a certain gentleman. He has a lot of videos about sugar, addictions. Guys, as a society, we are so addicted to sugar and processed foods. So when you are cutting it out, it's not just choosing not to eat it. Your body actually has to go through the process of getting rid of the addiction in your body. Just like people who are on alcohol or drugs, your body actually has to process that addiction out. So when you stop eating something, you might have cravings for it. You're going to have some willpower to get through those addictions and get rid of those toxins and flush those toxins out of your system. Get through a certain time of not eating it. And then you also have to get rid of it mentally. Because even if your body doesn't crave it, if you have a certain mindset of, like say for example me, all my life growing up, we always had snacks. And then my husband and I have had this thing on Fridays where we grab snacks and we snack. Now to me, every day of the week except like Fridays, on Fridays my brain automatically triggers that I should go get snacks for us. Even though we don't want them, that's what my brain does. So it's not just an actual detoxifying your system from all the chemicals. You have to change your thinking too. And it's not just a one-time thing. You may have to go through this a few times. Even months later, you may think, hey, maybe I kind of want something because your brain's telling you that you want something, even though you're not craving it. You have to say, no, I don't need that. And on that thought, if you're craving something, the best thing to do, you guys, get yourself preoccupied with something completely different. Okay? Like if you're hungry for something, go do something completely different than something that focuses you on food. Like if you're just sitting watching a movie, and you're thinking about, popcorn, if you're watching a movie at night, maybe do something different or focus on something else. I've done that where I'm like, okay, I think I want to eat something. I get focused on something completely different. Before I know it, a couple hours pass by. I don't even think about it. I don't want it anymore. And I didn't eat it. We have to get really, really focused and we have to get disciplined, right? And then, of course, the thoughts. Reminding yourself, you can do this, you guys. And believe in yourself, you guys, seriously. And honestly, pray about it. Say, Lord, I've been doing this. Say, Lord, I was talking with my son-in-law about this while they were here visiting. I'm actually praying that God gives me self-discipline. Lord, I'm asking for self-discipline. I want to take care of the only body that he gave me. I know that he can give me self-discipline. I also know that I need to start saying no to certain things. And say, Lord, give me self-discipline. And I want just discernment. I want to know that I am making better decisions to take care of the body that you gave me. And I really want to start flushing out all the sugars and all the sweets. Because really, honestly, with all the foods my husband and I eat, cookies and sometimes, not so much cakes, but cookies, sometimes a pie. We budge on the weekends, popcorn, things like that. So it's not a lot that we have to like eliminate. But these are things we've gotten kind of used to. It's expensive and we just don't want to be eating it anymore. So I've been praying, Lord, give me discipline, give me discernment, and help me just have self-control. Help me just have self-control, right? So I just kind of want to share with you guys, eating healthy is not a diet, it's a lifestyle. And once I get to the point where I'm the weight that I want to be, which isn't really that far away, I can do it. I want to be eating a healthy portion of mainly meats, lots and lots of protein, good vegetables, and then fruits as like a side thing. And get away from just a lot of the extra processed foods that we've been eating for snacks. We don't eat anything processed for our main meals, which is really funny that we're eating processed for snacks. So we're working on changing that. And I'm just being really honest and real with you guys. It has been a struggle for us, especially now that we're out here. We just had some bad habits that we started out here. Again, our meals aren't a problem at all. We eat really healthy lunches, breakfast, lunches, and dinners. It's been our snacking that we need to work on. So I just want to be real and honest with you guys and talk about not dieting, but having a healthy lifestyle. Because once you figure out what works for you in your eating, you just eat like that. It just becomes a lifestyle for you. Guys, thank you so much for joining me in this. I so appreciate you guys being here with me. Super excited about more videos that are going to be coming out. And I hope you guys, tell me in the comments below what lifestyle of eating you have. I would love to know if you eat mainly meats, vegetables, fruits. Do you fast? And if you eat, what kind of meat you love to eat? Do you mainly love beef, chicken? What kind of meats do you guys love? Tell me in the comments below what your favorites are. If you do intermittent fasting, do you do 1 meal a day, 2 meals a day? Because some people who eat carnivore, they eat a massively big meat meal once a day. I personally think you should eat 2 meals a day. I think eating 1 meal a day, I don't think you can get enough of the nutrients in one meal. That's me personally. I've done some research on that. I don't think you can get enough nutrients in 1 meal a day to satisfy the nutrients that you need on a daily basis. I think it does need to be 2 meals a day or 3. Okay, guys, tell me in the comments below what you think. Share feedback with me. Guys, I'll see you next time. And as always, be healthy, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Okay, you guys, so here is an update on the hallway. This was all carpet, and we ripped it out. There was actually 2 layers of carpet on this particular floor from the hallway into the living room. We have finished stripping all of this. It is all going to be sanded, and then we're going to be refinishing it. The living room is made up more. It was actually kind of empty. You see my dog there. But we just had family in from out of town. I was actually on vacation, like I've mentioned. And we redid the room. But you can see we still have more stripping to do. All this stuff here is remnant from the carpet and the padding, and all this needs to get stripped up, as you can see the difference here. We're going to be finishing that, and then obviously refinishing the floor. And then the last floor that we will need to do this in is our bedroom floor. But this is the update. I'm not sure if this week or this weekend we're going to be working on finishing some of this up. It is going to take a few days to finish doing this. It does take time, believe it or not. This does not look like it's a long process, but it can be. Just even this section over here to finish this here could take an hour to an hour and a half to finish that section of stripping this gray stuff off, the old padding residue, and just finishing cleaning that up. So it can take a while to finish a room this size. And we've done over here and the underneath, but all of this here still needs to be finished. So it's going to take a few days to finish doing that, possibly even up to a week, depending on how much time we have to invest in it once we get going. And let's go ahead and go take a look at the front porch. Okay, so here is the front porch. Let me come around to the side here a little bit so you guys can kind of get a full grasp of this. This porch was in really bad shape. My husband was concerned about people even just stepping on the left side over here because it was literally just like sinking down when you stepped on it. So he has come through and he has completely ripped out everything, including the framework. We just went and got some supplies, and we're going to be even replacing all of this here. This is all going to be redone. He's going to be working on stabilizing all of this, and that way it stabilizes this roof here, which was actually sinking down because all this was just really rotted out. So this is another project we're working on right now that we just started last week while my daughter and son-in-law were here. He ripped this out, and so between flooring and this, and we're also going to be working on our kitchen this summer. So we have quite a few projects that we are in the process of doing, and very excited to get these finished and worked on, or should I say worked on and finished.